I mean, I knew that obviously he had amassed this massive fortune and things like that, and a Getty gas station that I bought my
Right.
Funyuns from, and Suzy Q's, every day on my way to school. But that was basically what I knew, and then researching the part, just found it fascinating.
This role for you was a little bit of a departure. I mean, I like seeing you do this.
Yeah, I like doing different things. I mean, it was nice to find a part where, here's a guy who's more than capable of getting his hands dirty, but he's more of an intellectual.
Did this guy actually exist? Was this based off of a real guy, or is this sort of like a composite of several people?
No. This was Getty's right-hand guy, who was former. He was the captain of the crew team at Harvard. He was a former Navy SEAL and frogman. He was former CIA. I mean, he was kind of left to negotiate and handle all the deals for all the oil business with Getty in the Middle East. But he also would do any kind of dirty work. I love that moment where we're sitting there and J. Paul Getty's cleaning the gun, and I'm saying to him, look, he's probably lying on a beach somewhere. When he runs out of money, he'll come home and he'll have learned his lesson. And if he hadn't, I could always teach him one if need be. At your discretion, of course. So there isn't anything that he doesn't or wouldn't do for Getty. But then when he realizes what the stakes are, and he just basically goes to Getty, and he's expressing to him the real danger that J. Paul is facing, and he still doesn't budge, then obviously he questions, this guy that he looked up to and admired and aspired to be like, that, what his moral choices are. And so then he's got to look at himself in the mirror and decide what the right thing is, and ultimately decides to sacrifice his cushy and very kind of lucrative position with Getty to do the right thing and try to save Paul III.
How much did you know about J. Paul Getty before getting involved with this project?
Not a lot. I mean, I knew that obviously he had amassed this massive fortune and things like that, and a Getty gas station that I bought my
Right.
Funyuns from, and Suzy Q's, every day on my way to school. But that was basically what I knew, and then researching the part, just found it fascinating. I mean, the world that he had created, his legacy, all of those things, the family dynamic, and then there was not a lot of information about Fletcher Chase either.
Have you ever been to the Getty Museum?
I have, yeah. It's remarkable. I mean, you see how generous he was with his art and what he did for the public, but it was interesting how he would make people, put a bunch of coins in the payphone to use the phone at his house.
That was very fascinating. How much did you have to reshoot?
I probably shot for like 4 days. So every scene that I was in with J. Paul Getty, we reshot. But we were able to shoot them all in 4 days. And, I had one run-in with Chris that he didn't remember at an award ceremony. And that was it. And then he and I basically said hello on the day. He was already in wardrobe, sitting in front of camera. I came in wardrobe, said hi, Ridley introduced us and said roll camera, and we were shooting right away.
Weirdest thing you've ever done in your career?
I've been involved in a lot of crazy situations, but yeah. But, it was amazing that Ridley would take it upon himself to make sure that everybody else's work would be honored. And he had to step up and do the right thing.